Peeps, what up, man? It's time for another Tony Baker movie review. This time, first of all, Christmas tree is still up. It's not the Christmas tree. Everybody relax. It's not the Christmas tree. It's just tree. Okay? Back with another movie review. This time I'm reviewing John Wick 3 Parabellum. John Wick, quite the franchise. I can't recall. It's dope to see a franchise start out as something small and just catch on like wildfire. You know what I mean? Like that's proof positive that you got some good product. John Wick 1 came out, and I remember it opened to like $14 million at the box office opening weekend. And then, probably tapped out at like 40 million domestically, 40-something million domestically. This is off the top of my head. Then, people was watching it, at home or on streaming services, wherever you watched it. You was like, all right, I like this. They were confident in the product, made a sequel. You know what I'm saying? The sequel made $30 million opening weekend, tapped out about 90-something domestically. You know what I mean? And now we got a third one. Third one made $57 million opening weekend, man. That's growth. That's like Austin Powers. Remember Austin Powers came out? First one did like maybe about 50-something million. Nobody expected it to do what it did. Second one came out, did crazy numbers. Third one came out, did even more crazy numbers. So this is the Austin Powers of the John Wick. This is the Austin Powers of the action genre. You know what I mean? Keanu Reeves is back. If you saw John Wick 2, you remember that it ended with him committing murder inside the Continental. Now, the Continental Hotel is a high-end hotel. There's services to, assassins, people of that lifestyle. And rule number 1 is you don't conduct business on Continental grounds. Everybody knows this. If you conduct business here, you will be dealt with accordingly. That's the golden rule. So, John Wick, he's after the guy the whole movie. Guy thought he could just hide out at the Continental. John Wick was not having it. So, therefore, Winston was like, yo, you forced my hand. You are now excommunicado. So now, John Wick is fair game on any assassin that wants to take the bounty. And his bounty was, at the start of the movie, his bounty was $14 million to kill John Wick. $14 million. So now, John Wick 3 picks up where the second one ends off with him just on the run. He knew he was on the run. Winston gave him an hour to, escape. An hour head start. And so we start right within that hour in John Wick 3. So, boom, that's what the story's about. Him trying to survive multi-million-dollar bounty on your head. And he's just trying to piece together how he can survive this whole thing. That's pretty much the gist of the story. It's pretty much him on the run, surviving. It's kind of like The Warriors. You remember that movie, The Warriors, from the late 70s? Man, that was a dope premise. So Keanu Reeves is back, man. Just tired, already wounded, fighting for his life. He's a legend in the assassin game. You know what I mean? We got some new characters in there. Halle Berry's in the mix. Mark Dacascos. I haven't seen him in a while. I know he's hosting like Iron Chef or something like that, but just I haven't seen him on the action tip in a while. Two cats from The Raid are also in this joint, man. The Raid, one guy was in The Raid 1 and 2, and then the other guy's in The Raid 2. So it's good to see them in here. So anytime anybody from The Raid movies pop up, I'm excited because The Raid 1 and 2 were outstanding action movies as of late. John Wick 3, man. With Keanu Reeves, he's gonna be doing the majority of the stunts he's doing himself. The action, the choreography is dope. Some inventive fight scenes in there. Halle Berry is a dope addition as, a woman. He comes to her for help, and she's an ally, and she has these 2 highly trained dogs with her. And it was good to see Halle Berry just kicking ass, just Just her scenes in this alone wiped away clean X-Men and Catwoman. It's not hard to do, but she did it. So she was a dope addition to the movie. It was just cool. Like the cast of characters. Lawrence Fishburne is returning. Winston is returning. The cast from the Continental Hotel, everybody returns. Angelica Houston is in this thing. It's a good cast and like a respectable cast. And it's just action, man. It's just so much action. I OD'd on the action. Like I overdosed. I overdosed on the action. I was numb. By the third act, I was drooling. I was just actioned out. And that's kind of a con. Like when I start looking at the action with no emotion attached, I'm just like, then you gotta lose points for that, man. It was like it could be more the same a lot. You know what I mean? So I was just like, And then here's my little nitpickiness on action movies, especially American action movies. I like for the consistency of the skills of the people in the movie to maintain throughout the whole movie. Like if you just killing people mad easily the whole movie, and then in the end you lose those skills, you gotta lose points for that. You know what I mean? And I feel like that happened a little bit in here. I know John Wick's a bad boy. But when you introduce other characters to just dispatching assassins like it's nothing, your skills need to be on that level at the end of the movie as well. And that's like my biggest issue with a lot of action movies. Like they make the person run out of steam by the end of the movie. I'm not talking about running out of steam, they tired of fighting. I mean, the skills that they showed in the beginning or in the middle, those same skills seem to diminish by the end, just so the hero can win or whatever. I don't like that. That's what I like about Asian cinema. Like, if it's a badass villain, he stays a badass villain all throughout. Like, the heroes barely beat the Asian style action villain. Like, sometimes the heroes die. Sometimes, remember Fist of the North Star? The hero didn't even win. He couldn't even beat his brother. He lost. I remember Chinese super ninjas, man. It was like 4 against 1. They lost the brother to take the villain out, man. They almost died 4 against 1. That's the kind of consistency I like in my villains. But like if you're a fan of the action genre, John Wick is a no-brainer. It's just giving you what you want. Dope action. You know what I'm saying? For me, it was dope. It was dope for the first 2 quarters, man. That third act, though, I was just tired. I was just like, all right. You know what I'm saying? There was no emotion left to the action at that point. And so, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I like action when there's something at stake. When I feel the stakes, I'm like, I don't know how to. That's why I liked the last battle in Endgame so much. Because Thanos was hard to beat all throughout the thing. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they were kind of lacking that with John Wick, man. Keanu Reeves delivers once again. Halle Berry's a dope addition. It's good to see Lawrence Fishburne in there again. Morpheus and Neo back together again for the first time, even though it's not the first time. Anyway, but forget all that. Y'all want to know the smooth jazz review of John Wick 3. Well, here it is. Oh, yeah. I'm giving John Wick 3 4 saxophones out of 5. I didn't do the usual turnaround because my chair don't spin like that. It would have been disastrous. All right, peeps, that's my review of John Wick 3, man. Let me know what you thought of the movie in the comment section below, man. Was it your favorite of the 3? Let me know in the comment section below. I think it's tied with the second one. I give them about a tie. But let me know what you thought in the comment section below, man. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, we out here.